So Apex seems to be blocking fans for asking simple questions about the game, and people are a little bit, upset that the Respawn devs who are, used to be all about communication and transparency and, talking to the viewers and giving them updates. Well, not everybody has the same approach. And a slight update to aim assist and much more to talk about in today's video. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. As always, comment down below as well for a chance to win the Valk Heirloom. And if you've already subscribed and done those things, thank you very much indeed for doing that. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. So to start it off, we got a huge controversy going on right now with the Respawn developers and its community, and their community with their fans, and one specific fan actually. And before I give any update about what exactly happened, I just want to state for the record that these are the devs' personal accounts. They absolutely have, every right in the world to block people or to stop talking to people or do whatever they want to. This is not the official Respawn account. However, these are the devs that have basically built a big reputation and a big following over on their Twitter and, social media accounts in general, because they decided at one point in time to be transparent with the fans, be transparent with the viewers, and answer questions, and basically have all of these communication threads to talk about big main stage issues that are going on in the game. And then all of a sudden, apparently, somewhere along the lines, the switch got flipped, and all of a sudden they just don't want to talk anymore. They're not giving us updates nearly as much as they used to, and now it's to the point where apparently it seems like they're blocking people. So a Respawn developer by the name of Josh Medina, who I will say is, definitely been a little bit more on the controversial side of, compared to all the other ones. However, he said this, just minding his own business. As much as I don't really care for the guy too much, I mean, I will say, it's his personal account. He doesn't really have to answer any questions like this. He can feel free to do whatever he wants to with his personal account. It's just the only thing, like I said, is, he's built a reputation of answering people in the past, talking with people, having open communication, and to just go block people for, asking questions that, yeah, I feel like these people have a right to ask. It does seem a little bit weird, and we'll talk about that question in just a second. He said, I'm about to become the first double pred across Apex platforms, but it's cool to see some stuff over on the mobile is doing and learning things that we can see from it. What the heck? Oh, why did he word it like that? Oh, wait, no, I just can't read. He said it's cool to see some of the stuff that mobile is doing and the learnings we see from it. No, that's still worded bad. And so here's the question that was asked by a pretty popular Apex Legends, I guess fan account, who has always asked this question because considering their name is Apex Legends Needs Cross Progression and it's at Update Apex, they asked the simple question, any updates on cross progression? So I just want to say and put this out there, obviously this doesn't seem aggressive at all. He's not asking or holding anyone at gunpoint or anything like that. So it just seems like a pretty common question, nothing out of the ordinary. Well, right after this happened, apparently he got blocked by Josh Medina. This is the update that he made, and basically he shows his response saying, hey, any updates on cross progression? And then the very next one, you see you're not allowed to see his tweets anymore because you are blocked by Josh Medina. Now, there's a couple things that's pretty odd with this. Josh and I are definitely not the closest of friends. We've had our beef online quite a few times, and yet he's not blocked me. And honestly, I feel like out of all people, I would be the one, YouTuber or news outlet that he would have blocked. And so the fact that he's blocked this guy for asking a question pretty politely, honestly, is seeming a little odd. Now, some people may say, well, this guy's going overboard, having his name saying Apex Legends needs cross progression. All of his tweets are about cross progression. It gets to, at some point, like beating a dead horse. Maybe Josh is just sick of seeing it. Once again, like I said at the beginning, I do think, these devs have their personal accounts. They're allowed to block whoever they want. They're allowed to say or do anything they want. However, it's just weird whenever like I've said before, you've built a reputation of responding to people. People look for you to respond. They know based on your previous actions and, tweets and replies that you're willing to respond to fans and community members about specific topics in the game. So they're under the impression that they've been invited to ask questions like this. And so to all of a sudden be blocked is definitely not the move. Now, at first glance, I'm pretty sure Josh is the only person that I've seen doing this thus far, besides obvious troll accounts that everyone bans all the time or blocks all the time. But there was a response to this also saying the only thing that they have done is blocking us. It's still, I don't know, why don't people know how to talk? But basically just insinuating here, the only things that they've been doing lately about cross progression is blocking us. So the only people of late that seems to be responding to community members are Pav and Moy. We know from a recent tweet from Thornton Smash, who has an EA game changer that's on his friends, who's basically tested out stuff. He said that he thinks cross progression is actually being delayed because they gave the little rundown of this next event and all the new stuff coming out, and there was no mention of cross progression whatsoever, and they get all this stuff early, so he would have known. So it definitely seems like cross progression may be delayed once again. Now, to be quite honest with you, I don't really care about cross progression that much, and I know a lot of you that commented on the last cross progression video I made basically said you don't really care about it that much either. So the main draw from this is just the fact that it's just very weird to see Respawn developers blocking people who are asking honest questions. The only defense I can see here is him saying that this guy was not asking an honest question and was just here to, you know, stir up beef because his entire Twitter account is named about cross progression. But still, I mean, they have no excuse to not have it in the game by now. So apart from the servers having issues with the bugs and the latency and the skipping around, we talked about it in a couple of videos ago about how they probably need to revisit this server issue going on that like they did back in season 6, I believe. Well, there's been another issue that has been happening, and it seems like there's a lot of fixes that are being talked about here. And that issue is getting, number one, not only better teammates, because some of you get really bad teammates, but just teammates in general. I got into a couple games today and I had 0 teammates whatsoever in trio, so it was very annoying. And I'm very happy to be able to show you a fix for that. I saw this on Reddit the other day. The post went absolutely viral with 6.8k votes, and it said this: solo queue is rough, especially with the new rank changes, so my friends and I built a better way to find a duo or trio in Apex. Let us know what you think. The people in the comments of this seem to be really happy with what they were seeing and what they were actually using on the sign up of the website. And the website was teams.gg/Apex, so it's a way to find, you know, better teammates, or, you know, teammates in general if you're not even getting them like I was. And dude, this thing has everything. You can literally search the rank you're looking for, you know, all kind of specific details and filters to help you find the good teammates that you really need, the ones that are most practical for you. And I got to thinking, because some of you were sending me messages like, yo, it'd be really nice if we could find teammates by having a global chat where you can just type right in the game. And honestly, what would be even better than that, because honestly, as much as that sounds good, there are some issues that would come with that. You know, you join somebody and they don't speak your language, or, you know, you're not able to understand them, or they're not as good as you thought they were going to be. They're not the level you were hoping or the rank you were hoping, or they don't have the badges that you were needing them to have, or the stat lines that, you know, would prove that they're actually good. Well, teams.gg kind of gets rid of all of that. You're actually able to validate how good someone is. Well, most likely you can see, you know, their accolades. You're not having to try to find their comments in a wave pool of other global chatters. It'd be cool if there was like a team finder button on Apex that basically when you click it, it like pulled up all the features that teams.gg has. You know, that's what they should really make a deal with teams.gg and just let them get into the game and help find teammates. It'd be much better that way. Their site is absolutely amazing. People seem to really love it. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything to go find good teammates, unlike a bunch of those other stupid apps. And it's not just Apex. You can use this stuff for other games. I thought it was a pretty good website to let you guys know about. So let me know what you guys think if you want to go check it out. Hopefully, you know, your whole process of getting better teammates would get better on this website. I thought it was pretty cool that they promoted it on Reddit, and it just seemed like to naturally get picked up. You know, everybody just seemed to naturally love it. They didn't have to do any kind of crazy advertising for it. The proof is in the pudding. You make a good thing and people just love it. Another thing that was made, and it was pretty good and people seem to love it, is the fact that Respawn made the decision to not address the gold knockdown shield that we thought was just about to get a nerf. Like, you know, they just said in a recent tweet, we hear you loud and clear about the gold knockdown shield. So we thought, okay, patch notes coming out, this thing's about to get nerfed, this thing's about to get, you know, eliminated from the game, vaulted, I guess is how you pronounce it. We thought this thing was gone. We thought it was old news, and actually we noticed in the patch notes there was literally nothing. Alpha Intel made a tweet about it though, and also just basically said, hey, look, they did not address this whatsoever after they said it was loud and clear. No changes to the gold knockdown shield will be made in the Awakening event. Now, before you get your hopes up and, you know, thinking that this was a slap in the face to the pros, and yes, the Respawn finally sided with the casuals instead of bowing down at the hands of the pros, no, that's probably not what this is. Unfortunately, it's more than likely just the fact that they were not able to make this update fast enough, and therefore it will most likely be on the back burner. Now, when it comes to aim assist, you guys know there's an ongoing controversy and will ever be this way. You know, when it comes to, is aim assist OP? Does it need a nerf? Is it too strong? Is it stronger on console or on PC? You guys know that I bought an Xbox Series X myself, tested it out. Personally, I feel like the aim assist on PC feels better, just because the input lag is ridiculous on Xbox. You guys were telling me though that PlayStation's not that bad, and so it's probably a little bit better over on there. However, regardless, I do think, you know, the aim assist is a little crazy. Sometimes it can feel a little, you know, destructive and feel a little bit overpowered, but whether or not it's OP, you know, at the end of the day, the controller definitely has some disadvantages itself. So, you know, it's hard to really gauge that. It's hard to really tell. However, Thornton Smash let us know that there was some code in the files that read this. You know, it says custom lobbies in Apex Legends have changed the verbiage of aim assist on console and PC override values. Will there be a change coming soon? I don't know. Maybe the consoles are all going to go, you know, over to the PC values. So you might be getting an aim assist nerf maybe over on console. And we got a lot more news. It didn't even scratch the surface, so I'll save it for tomorrow's video. It's not even just a couple minutes. I mean, honestly, I got another 9 minutes of stuff to talk about, so I'm not going to keep you here for that long. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below once again for a chance to win the Valkyrie Loom. And as always, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Later, Gators.